Rung. Past participle of ring. No, that's not it. Rung. A rod or bar forming a step of a ladder. A crosspiece between the legs of a chair. The spoke in a wheel. I see. Just had to look that up. Thought that would be a funny way to start this. And I can use the shortcut over here. If I don't mess it up like that. I did play a bunch of other stuff since last time, so I have to get used to the controls again. I believe Alexis said to find her outside. Sev. Ah! Why'd you put the portal next to the dumpster? Well, I wanted to be sure you see that door over there. I think that will lead out of this dream realm. Hey, I ain't leaving until I get my nachos. Well, I, had to expel all the nachos to fit the park in there, so... What?! But listen, somewhere out there is a realm with infinity nachos. Infinity nachos, oh yeah! We gotta get through that door first, though, but I don't know how to open it. Must have something to do with that scary symbol on it. I don't think there's anything like that in this parking lot. There's gotta be somewhere else you can get to in this realm. Just look around. And don't forget your training, little Cord Cadet. Okay, but don't ever call me that again. Okay. Remember to talk to me if you need any help figuring out what to do. Talk to me twice, even. I don't know what to do here, though. There must be something I can't see from here. Hey, I think that dialogue is, mandatory, so you're always gonna be told to talk to at least Alexis twice. I was waiting for a while to make sure I was all good before I started recording, and right now, my nose is acting up again. Okay, I think I'm good. Apologies. I need to open that freaky door. I did show before, but Alexis was referring to this being the thing she can't see from there. When I mentioned the atmosphere before, I was thinking of the sky here and that radio tower. I forgot to look at it the first time I was up here. Also, you can stand on the sign. It'd be fine if you couldn't, but I'm happy that you can. I wonder if every walkable tightrope-esque thing is hard-coded, or if everything with collision has functionality like that. Can't help but wonder how Bogosoft did it. Now, I forget if Bogosoft is just one person. I guess when I get to the credits I can confirm, but I always respect the hell out of solo devs because it's not easy at all. There's nothing much around here. You obviously have to go through the pipe. This is another detail. The splashing water also reminded me of Conquer, but this especially. Although in Conquer it was like gross humor, bodily fluids and stuff. Well, maybe this is also sewage, but anyway. Wallow's Hollow. This is very different from the tutorial area and the other two levels. It's probably the biggest area in the game. Hey, over here. Need a ride to the top of the trees? Sure. Haha, sucker. Now you're trapped up there. All there is up here is an XP cube, so you do want to do this, but then you will take fall damage unless you jump for the leaves. Whew, an intruder has set foot on the grounds of our sacred tree. This is a grave threat to our entire town. Go home, emo hog. Or you may find yourself with no home to go back to. You... Oh, it's a goat type. I'm not gonna say the first three letters here. I don't know why, it just disagrees with me somehow. New friend, all are welcome here in Wallow's Hollow. Stay a while. Bring some friends. We could always use some new blood to help wash out the old piggy-type influence, which still festers here after hundreds of years. But please remember, do try and keep away from this tree. We owls have important work to do and mustn't be disturbed, you understand? Oh, and also keep away from high-up places like that pointy building up there. That has been rated unsafe by the Owl Committee, only looking out for your best interest. If you got all that? If you say no, he does repeat all of that and then asks you again. So, yes. I shall repeat it again regardless, so it is firmly imprinted in your mind forever. New friend, all are welcome here in Wolloh. Okay, I'm leaving. I think that might be a joke with, Zelda? Is there an owl giving you tutorials? Was it in Ocarina of Time? I'm not that familiar. Ignore the thing hanging from the tree for now. I just want to show that if you try to get up here, that happens. I think the owls are purposefully designed to look rather unappealing, even if these ones are still kind of simplistic and cute. They're like barn owls with their black eyes. I think they were called barn owls anyway. Now where the hell do I even begin with this place? There's so much in here. I think I know. Well, maybe I'll talk to these guys first. Need to make up for this intentional damage I'm taking. Why'd they cancel the lasagna festival, Daddy? No, son. You know owls can't digest lasagna. Sometimes you just have to be the bigger man. But I want lasagna, Daddy. No, son. That's quite enough. You need to learn how to develop a thicker skin. Only then can you hope to become a doormat like myself. Yeah, there's nothing more. Is that even spelled right? But yeah, there's something going on narratively with this place. It'll become obvious after I talk to a few more NPCs. Some of them are... really, a lot of them are hilarious. I did hear that sound, by the way. There was a chameleon moth somewhere. But I can't quite remember. Is it this bush? Yeah. Because if I don't grab that right now, the sound is going to drive me crazy while I'm doing other things. before I get carried away collecting everything I can. I should go up here. Something tells me that guy has something to do with the door we saw. I mean the fact that he looks exactly like it. Oh, I think he does. Maybe. But first, don't ask me why, but you need to find a way to get that big... What am I doing? You need to find a way to get to that big drill up there. I just feel like I can identify with that building somehow. I don't know what it is. Could almost get to the roof from that tower, if only that pink ledge were pushed out. That pressure pad may have something to do with it. Just find something to put there. Why don't we just ask this guy to stand on it? No way, the owls installed pork detectors on that pad which will electrocute me. Oh, come on. Maybe you should just go in that church over there and ask God for help. Really? We're resorting to that already? Well, it seems you have to go through there to get to the other side of that gate anyway. Even though talking to Alexis multiple times, was there anything more? No, there wasn't. This is obviously just advice on how to progress, but it's nicely blended with humor so that it's still worth reading, even if you know what to do. Doesn't look like it'll open. When I read this the first time, it just made me even more suspicious. But nothing I can do with that. Why am I going up here again? I guess there is the XP. Alright, I forgot to zoom out the camera. I think I left it zoomed out last time, I forget. So there was Alexis here, that guy. I won't go up there where those cubes are just yet. I think I should probably just talk to all the NPCs first. Might be a good idea. There's quite a few of them. I forget if all of them were here on release or not. For some reason I'm thinking at least one was added. Hey you there, boy. Did you know? Creaky floorboards might have something hidden underneath them. Yeah, that's it. It's just a hint for later. Oh, this guy. You should definitely talk to this guy because old Mayor Wolloh welcomed those owls to our town. But when they insisted the annual lasagna festival be cancelled, he outright refused. Made some kind of witty proclamation about it. Can't quite remember. The owls magically transformed him into a god-dang salami and hung him from the tree. A warning that nobody'd better ever do what he did ever again. So yeah, that's what that is. They didn't throw him into a meat grinder, I guess. They magically transformed him into a salami. Special offer, bring back 5 bottle caps for a free miracle tonic. Just a bit of a side quest. So yeah, that's what those are, and this is where they're found. There aren't any of them in Lexi's Park. Was there anyone else? Oh yeah, of course. I should say there are enemies that die in one hit, and those will die to a headbutt. But enemies like that frog thing, the headbutt will just stun them briefly and not actually do anything. Aha, aha. How's about a spin? Sure. Yay! Ugh. Well, at least it wasn't spinning counterclockwise. That really make me barf. I'm sure he's just saying that. and it's not gonna be a thing later. Yeah, totally. That lift over there used to go all the way up the cliff, but now there's rocks in the way. You can't blow them up either, I already tried. Don't tell Bobby. Was that all? Yeah. Actually wasn't that thorough with the dialogue the first time. So I'm second guessing myself now. Oh, sneaking into the ladies' mud bath, eh? No, I mean I... I'm kidding. There's only one mud bath here. There used to be two, but the nice big one got turned into an owl pellet pit now. Well, that's gross. My brother Boab went over to that pit a week ago and never came back. It's never been more relaxing. I think that's yet another unique animation and expression from Sev you might not see if you don't talk to that pig. This whole town has a certain theming to it. I kinda wanna keep it to myself until it becomes obvious. See if you can figure it out based on the dialogue and the name Wolloh's Hollow and other things. Oh yeah, there's one more place I want to go to before I start doing what needs to be done, or just collecting various things. How low is mildly unpleasant? Damn, got him. I'm pretty sure I can't do anything to help this pig right now, but yeah, these are supposed to be owl pellets, I'm pretty sure. The two mattresses here look really out of place, don't they? But they're there for a reason. Well, so long as I'm here, I might as well get everything there is. This gas is kind of annoying. The hitboxes are not 100% clear, but I think I got hit by it enough to know now. For the most part. Yeah, it has consistent patterns. There are some timed challenges in here. I think there was a quick way up through here. You could use the sloped stairs, but I think this is quicker. Just some XP, nothing too crazy. Yeah, next to the first portal where I talked to Alexis, there was a level 3 door, so I want to get as much XP as I can. I'm trying to remember, actually, was there much else I could... Well, there is at least one thing. Yeah, why not? As you can guess from the dig spots I couldn't do anything about in the dirt, there will be some upgrades at least. So I can't do most of the stuff in Wolloh's Hollow just yet. Now these turtles are rather invulnerable. I wouldn't mess with them. Why is this bomb bird so close to the ground? I've also never punched one before. That wasn't smart. There is at least one thing I can do with this bomb bird. Excuse me, bomby bird. Guess that's the official name. I just about got it. Back behind the wall over there, you can try to get up, but you can only go so far. There's nothing I can get at the moment. Oh, I should have talked to... Oh well, I can ignore the timer for now and just talk to this pig. The church doors won't open until midnight by request of the owls. Oh, those owls really follow your religion? Well, no, but I'm sure they have a perfectly good reason. I gotta go through there to be getting around this gate. Yeah, I gotta get through there. I'm kind of stumbling my words, apologies. My nose is kind of stuffed up and... Maybe I should drink something later. For the cold, it hasn't fully passed yet. Boy, sometimes you need to have a little patience. You can't just get what you want in life by pressing a giant shiny red button. I don't think I saw that line before. This is why I ignored the XP cubes on those platforms earlier. I need to move it though, this one's a bit tighter, probably. Yeah, that does seem to be at least slightly faster. What coverage I did find of the game, I didn't hear anyone say something about that move. I guess the owls were trying to ban the religion or something. Actually, I'm not sure if the clock works normally if you don't mess with it. And you may have seen a red screw above the clock in that one shot while I was turning the gear, or whatever those were called. Can't do anything about that screw right now. Church of the Dog God. And the Lord said unto him... There are a lot of these, I won't read them all, but at least some of them. We panic in a pew. How lovely. No, son. A butt tuba? No, son. And so on. Daddy, can we switch seats? Maybe after the next sermon. Isn't it blasphemy to have those owls doing that in here? Huh? I don't know. But they're offering free grilled cheese to everyone who sits through the sermon today. Really just going to let that owl keep crapping on you? Hey! He may be crapping on me, but that has nothing to do with the fact he's an owl. Glad you got your priorities straight, man. So yeah, you can tell what the owls are doing in this place. My son, church attendance has declined drastically in recent months. Nobody knows why. Really, nobody knows why. Other than God, of course. I forgot about the texture with the dog icon. The other reason I didn't want to read them is because I'd have to wait here a long time, because I think the sermons are randomly chosen. You can see them repeating here. Satan sees Natasha's a funny one, though. Oh boy, church. Well, at least it isn't school. You're gonna need to get to that exit up there. It's a lot of owls to bounce off, but you can handle it, right? It's just like with the bubbles, except sometimes a stray one may need a bop to get in line. Right, nothing more this time. Generally, any owl that's moving around is not in position for the platforming. And now they're all stationary. This is the first upgrade of the game. Got Fall Warp. Hold LNR triggers while falling to warp back to last portal. You'll still get hurt a bit from the fall, though. I sorta like this upgrade because it's fairly minor, but you can use it strategically to warp around, at a cost, of course. Do I go for that now? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh no. I used it last moment there. I might have done it after I took damage, so I took damage twice. Be careful with that, I guess. I forgot it's hard to drop back down and climb up to that window. So I have to do it now, going up. Alright, the camera's sort of automatic here. The angles are good, though. And the level of zoom. Depth perception may be a problem with some of these jumps. Not really sure what could be done about that. This isn't the way forward, but it is something. I think now's as good a time as any to do it. Oh right, there was nothing else, there's just this. Going up. Going down. Up. I actually don't remember if I've used the bat that sends you down. Maybe it's something useful. Let me make sure, actually. Because I could be forgetting some collectible that's reached this way. Nope, just puts you back here. But I did miss this, so that's fine. Although I guess I have to redo the... Yeah, either way I'd have to redo this platforming at some point during this playthrough. If I remember correctly. I'm trying very hard not to say what the theming is. But I love it. It's very amusing even now. You might also be wondering why this whole place is full of pigs. There is a reason for that. I'm not sure which tracks. This is another place where the top-down camera is pretty nice. Which tracks are remixed, which are just the the royalty-free originals. That was terrible. That was a really stupid mistake, because now I'm gonna have to go through the church again. Oh well. You'll see why that is. Before I do anything in here, I hope nobody in this graveyard died of appendicitis. You mean appendicitis? I sure would want my appendix to morph into a panda. That sounds like the worst way to die. What? Anyway, that boulder over there looks interesting. Smaller than the ones at my park. I think that's a great isolated example of Bogosoft's humor. Don't forget to push the boulder onto that pressure pad down there. Hey, I could have figured that out myself. Yeah, but what if you didn't? We'd be here all night. Is there anything I can do in here? I guess there's some stuff. It annoys me that I fell, but I'll do that later in that case. Oh, you heard that sound? R.I.P. T-Tubbard Drabbutt. Nape location. This guy ended up with the default tombstone. Sad. No, it's a Coleman. Freaking sticky note on it. Well, I guess it's not a sticky note, but still. I could get this owl into position, but it doesn't matter because I can't get back up there again. Not from here, anyway. Wait, have I dropped from a pole before? No, I don't think I've seen that backflip animation. That's cool. This is why it says no swimming. I think it's possible to avoid this fish, but tanking a hit or two is not that big of a deal either. That's one of the bottle caps. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself with this. So I won't do what you have to do with that bird just yet. I should read all of these tombstones. Taco Cat. Now you might know, for sure. R.I.P. victims of the Taco Cat massacre. That is a gigantic gravestone. And, just to make it as painfully obvious as possible, I am also a palindrome. No, you're not. Learn some palindromes next time, you silly chameleon moth. Yeah, this whole town is themed around palindromes. I forget the full example of a palindrome. It was a sentence that ends with, I am a lasagna hog. Maybe if I read that backwards, I'll remember the rest of it, but yeah. If you don't know, a palindrome is something that is the same whether you read it the right way around or backwards. It works with words and sentences. Red Ipsum, aka Moss Spider. That's an example right there. Okay, I think now I should talk to this guy. Wah. What the heck is this? What happened? Wah, I'm grieving my catastrophic loss. Oh, right. That was your mom over there? Huh? Oh no, not her. I'm glad she's gone. She would beat the hell out of me and my brothers every single day. They built that huge grave for her after she donated all her promised inheritance to the owls. But... She had herself buried with my favorite cheese grater as my last punishment. Wah. Clearly the only ethical move here is to rob this old lady's grave. Another great example. How do you even come up with stuff like that? Yeah, I didn't want to break into the grave of Red Ipsum before talking to that spider. It's kind of tight to get the bomb to there. Look at this coffin. It's pretty funny. For a one-off side quest item, it's very satisfying, the sound that the cheese grater makes. I'm gonna point out right now that that is up there and I can't do anything about it, so keep a mental note. Even if you try to jump off the coffin before you break it, it still doesn't work. I think I'll read these before I go in there. Oliver Revillo, 1231 to 1321. R.I.P. Dr. Awkward. R.I.P. Sniggy T. Yiggins. It's a palindromic name, but it sounds absolutely ridiculous. And you can actually examine this one. No way this graveyard is that old. These numbers must mean something else. In fact, this is a code, and you just have to hit the tombstones in order based on the code from left to right. I think this one is fairly easy to figure out, so I'll do it now. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1. Let that be a sign of the shenanigans this game will pull in the future. You might be wondering why only one of these gravestones lit up after I did that. I'll come back to that later. I am actually level 2, so I can go in here. I just forget if there was something behind the building. Of course there is. Almost level 3. I'll save backtracking until near the end, probably. Quite like the choice to not have music in some parts of the game. So I can't do anything with that bird just yet. What an awkward painting. Must be some way to get rid of it. Not at the moment. There's also a strange sound you can hear from above. Not the sound of the cage, but something else. Right. I don't want to forget singular XP cubes, because that'll drive me crazy near the end of the playthrough. I think for the time being that's everything here. Oh, did I read this one? Bolton, not Lob. That's a good one. What happened there is I was gonna do this, but then I walked off this ledge and ended up doing a... What did Alexis call it? A slam butt? Yeah, oh. I think you can just push it, but that'll take ages. Thankfully this works. On this slope you can see that the physics are a little weird, but that might be the only instance of a boulder rolling down a slope in the entire game. So the physics aren't really important at all. No, I didn't overshoot it the first time. There we go. There's supposed to be a camera angle that shows what happens. You can just about see it. Something protrudes from the tower. After the first video, I want to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, 1 hour episode, so I'm fine with that. I could also use the in-game timer. I did notice when watching the recording that there's my time in the bottom right. I didn't have to look at OBS. Every time I see a cycle of platforms that turn into slopes like that, I think of Spyro the Dragon. In the first game, and I think the third game as well, you had mages manipulating the environment in a way like that. Whoas! Look how high up we are. If you slide down there, doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go. Maybe those owl friends can help, if you can reach them. Watch out for duties, though. Look, that giant drill is so close. And yet, no stairs. You'll have to fly up there, and I don't think the owls are going to cooperate that much. No kidding. Worth noting, these spiked poles here, I think are specifically placed so that you can't reach that screw from here. I tried on my first playthrough and there's just no way. Once you start falling, you lose control very quickly. Like, if the poles weren't there, you could just about grab onto one of those notches, but the developer thought of that. Can I remember how to do this? Wait, before I mess with these, I can hit this owl right now. And then I readjust them. It's such a weirdly disturbing owl there. That's Wolloh, right? This is kind of cool. You slam here, then you wall jump after the slam. I haven't done anything quite like that in another platformer. And there's a very sneaky collectible up here. I'm glad I thought of looking here on my first playthrough as well, or that would have stumped me. At this point I could backtrack, but like I said, I won't do that just yet. There will be an opportune time to get everything done. I swear, I just saw a bat swoop down. Are you sure about that? Maybe not. It's hard to tell with these bars in the way. Was it a bar or a bat that I saw? I forget what the difference is here. I don't think it really matters. The dialogue's gonna be different. Maybe I can ask again if I go through here a second time. You saw a bar. Yeah, probably. Some of these bars look so busted up they could fly off at any minute. I guess I could do both of them. You saw a bat. Bats do congregate around steeples, after all. I know the preacher said they have a problem with them, on top of the church anyway. If someone were able to reach that big bar leading to the roof, they could check if I'm right. Otto, are you encouraging children to engage in death-defying stunts again? Oops, forget I said that, kid. Another palindromic name. I think talking to either of them... Oh yeah, you can bounce on their heads for some reason. Oh, but a slam butt doesn't work. I've never tried that before. Yeah, it's the same thing. But it's nice that he gives you an additional hint to break that if you answer a bar. Like, both of those dialogue options are somewhat useful. If you can't figure things out yourself, anyway. I think with the texturing here, the developer tried to match these little platforms to the tiles. I appreciate that. It looks good. Look at all these bats. Atmospheric bats? Probably. Wait, was there... I'm having doubts. Was there something back here? No, guess not. I did remember that, which is why I went back. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. If you're low, these guys can absolutely kill you. What are they supposed to be, like cyclopean demon kids with stereotypical propeller hats? If those dig spots are annoying you, worry not. Because every good game has a drill, apparently. Headbutt into dirt to drill. So there you have it. The game's really gonna open up now. I'm trying to think... I guess I could backtrack now. I'll see how I want to handle things moving forward. Just for some reason I think there was one more upgrade somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but... Wait, what was the name of this place? Well, anyway. Gotta proceed through here. St. Inert's trinkets. Oh, I completely forgot to go in here earlier. Oh, well. What? How'd you get into the spinny chamber? Ah, well, don't matter. I don't even work no more anyhows without the disco balls. It don't work no more. What did I say? I still got one of them on the shelf up there. Another was taken to the other building past that door for something. But the other three are long gone. Tell you what though, if you can find them for me, you can use the spinny chamber all you want. Heard they got taken way up to the cliffs though. Maybe even guarded by a dragon or something. If I entered here earlier, I wouldn't be able to do much. You could talk to St. Inert. Which the whole name of his establishment is another somewhat tortured palindrome. Remember, 3 of the disco balls got taken up to the cliffs. I think the zookeeper had one. It might be guarded by dragons, I hear. Almost taken by a bird, mistaking it for her egg. I know because I ate up that egg for dinner. Delicious. Absolutely worth the trade. Don't judge me, I'm still alright with God. Last one is somewhere past that there door. I haven't decided entirely if I should attempt voice acting or not. I don't really want to, but I also want to pronounce things the way they're actually written. So it's sort of an in-between. Is that the dog god? Okay, I'm joining this religion right now. Look at that. Also back here. Must sell at tallest sum. Which is yet another palindrome. Yeah, you can kind of see it now. I think it's a good enough stopping point. Yeah, it's about an hour. I guess I can look at the name. This is the spinny chamber, right? Yeah. I just forgot to pay attention to the pop-up for its name. So next time I'll get all these disco balls, clean up everything that I can now with the dig ability, and go from there. Thank you for watching.